Okay, so what really got me into the bodybuilding was like kind of like a sense of like being lost, and I had a 7 year bulimia that I fought. Um, and I created this like massive addiction, and it ended up being over obsessive for almost 4 hours a day of exercising, Taibo, running, cardio, abs. Like it just got to be so crazy that I was all over the place. But that was how I got started. Like coming out of bodybuilding, we didn't have this. We didn't have social media. We didn't have everything that we have now. So I had like the dial-up AOL, Google, all that stuff, and that's how I learned. Fitness magazines, the Oxygen magazines. I started to get them while I worked at a local gym, and I liked how the girls looked. Like it was different. It wasn't Victoria's Secret. It was like outside the norm. It didn't get a lot of good publicity back then. We got looked at, bad, but that's definitely one things was trying to fix myself, make myself healthier. I had to switch that one addiction into this addiction. So we did the figure. It was okay, but it wasn't like enough to pull me away. So I would still be dabbling with over obsessive cardio or maybe binge eating or whatnot. So that's when we made the decision 2009 to actually move to women's bodybuilding. So I could teach my body that I needed to eat more food and it was okay for me to gain the weight because I had a purpose. So then I all of a sudden made that switch from women's, I think it was the figure division back then, into the women's bodybuilding. So now I was making it okay for me to weigh 170 pounds, 180 pounds, knowing that I'm a bodybuilder. This is what we have to do. So it was just kind of like flipping a switch from one extreme to the other.
If you wouldn't have gotten into trouble, do you think you would have gone down this road?
You know what? That's funny because I just had this conversation just yesterday with one of my other trainers, and it kind of made me tear up because I don't think I'd have any of this. To be honest with you, I don't think I'd have 1 ounce of what I have. I probably either would have been dead, killed somebody, or I would have died from either bulimia or a car accident.
Very nice. Give it up for Theresa.